What's going on, everyone? Real quick before we jump into the video, potential spoilers. We're going to dive into a little bit more of the opening scene that was leaked. So for those that don't want anything to do with any spoilers or leaks or anything in regards to the upcoming Scream 5, click away now. I'd appreciate if you hit that like button because it would help out the video a lot for those that do. But again, last chance. 3, 2, 1. Alright, if you're still here, I assume you have absolutely no problems with some spoilers and some spoiler discussions. So before we jump into it, hit that like button, helps me out a lot, lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification so you never miss an upload. Stay up to date with all things Scream and join these awesome discussions and community. So, we know what is going on with the opening scene and the Jenna Ortega attack, stuff like that. If you don't know, and this is your first video you're listening to in regards to the opening scene, then I will link the other ones down in the description. But to kind of summarize, Jenna Ortega is attacked in the opening scene. She contacts the police while everything is going on. Well, I shouldn't say Jenna Ortega, I should say Tara, her character, is attacked. And then she contacts the police while she's in the middle of it, trying to save her friend Amber. Well, the whole thing is starting to come together because Dewey Riley, he is rumored to die in this film. He's been rumored since pretty much the announcement of this film. There was even a supposed insider that saw the rough cut and said that Dewey died in the beginning, and like a sort of bait and switch, he gets a phone call, shows up there, and they basically off him. Well, this fits into all of the information, all the little pieces that have been coming out over the last year or so are all starting to add up. Again, I even did a video diving into the how to draw Sydney out. What would they do? It's either got to be she's in Woodsboro or Dewey has to die. And so if Dewey dies, boom, that solves your reasoning for that. Not just that, but we have Sydney and Gail, Courtney and Nev. We know how long they shot for. We know how many scenes, well, not exactly how many scenes, but we know that they're in later scenes. We know a ton of information in regards to those two. You know what we know about Dewey? Zero. They haven't said anything about David Arquette's character, how long he shot for, how long he, what kind of scenes he's in. Is he in later scenes? All signs are pointing to Dewey dying. And again, he is the most expendable. I've made videos on Dewey dying and different possibilities and theories and outcomes since I started making Scream videos like 5 months ago or whatever it was. And since that, I have said that he is the most likely to die out of anyone. I will be shocked if all three of them survive till the end of this film. I don't think they kill off all three in this film, but Dewey is most likely to die. And it fits in perfectly with the leaks that were spoiled. Jenna Ortega calls the police. Now, Dewey's going to show up because he's the sheriff. He's going to try to help. He's going to try to figure out what's going on. And as that happens, boom, maybe that's how Jenna Ortega gets away, because they've sort of set her up to be the sort of predecessor to Sydney. She's the next Sydney. Well, if she's attacked and her stomach is slashed and she's about to be killed and Dewey shows up to save the day, maybe he dies in like the kind of crossfire but Jenna escapes, or maybe he just shows up and that's enough for Jenna to escape and then Dewey just gets blindsided and attacked. It really starts adding up and making a ton of sense as to how Dewey could die. Especially if Judy really is the killer and really is involved in it. Maybe she sort of kind of picks up the call and kind of baits Dewey into that attack. That's something that they said in the beginning, that Judy, the early reveal that was leaked, for those that don't know, I did a video on that as well here on this channel, but there was a leak that said Judy would be an early Ghostface reveal. This leak makes perfect sense to that sort of story that we couldn't confirm or deny. Like, we didn't know if that was real. It seemed like just somebody on the internet spewing out nonsense, but it's starting to sound kind of believable. Again, this could all just be smoke screens. This could all just be whatever. But it is really starting to put itself together in a lot of ways. Jenna Ortega gets attacked trying to save Amber. Typical, homage to the beginning. There was, we had a discussion video where we said maybe Jenna is the Drew Barrymore, and because that's what they did with Drew. They hyped her up, put her on this pedestal, made it seem like she was going to be the main focus of this film, and then it turns out she wasn't. She was killed in the opening scene. They could do the same thing with Jenna Ortega, but if it's not, and she does live, then there's always been an opening scene kill. Always. And if Amber was just a distraction to get Tara, to sort of let her guard down and run out the door to get stabbed, then Amber might not be the casualty that dies. So it makes sense that Dewey is the actual victim of this opening scene. He dies in the opening. There's been tons of rumors that he will be the opening scene kill. But it just didn't make sense up at this point. Like, how does he become the opening scene kill? What, he just walks into a room? I said he's the sheriff, so something happens, he's kind of got to go, he's kind of involved. Well, this would make perfect sense. Tara's in danger. Dewey goes to try to help her, find out what's going on. He doesn't know, and he ends up being the opening scene kill, the casualty. Tara lives, she goes to the hospital, and that fits the synopsis for this upcoming Scream 5, which says that, a sister is going to investigate the attack on her other sister. So everything just all of a sudden just mirrors perfectly. And, as we talked about in each of these sort of opening scene spoiler videos, it's all just too perfect. And yes, it could just be whatever. It could just be smoke screens. It could just be whatever. But this guy was credible. He's leaked several high-profile films in the past. This is what he's known for. He's, the leaks have been covered by a lot of other creators, not just myself. Some that don't cover I've covered some of the sort of unproven leaks just because I thought they were interesting. Some channels that don't do that are covering this because it's a credible source. Again, whether it's actually the opening is, up to you to decide, and we'll find out in January. But everything adds up. It makes a ton of sense. It explains how Dewey could end up being the opening kill. And it's just something that I really, really wanted to have a discussion with. Hear your opinion down in the comments below. So make sure you join the discussion and let me know what you think. Does this add up? Does this make sense? Especially if you've seen the other two videos. We're starting to piece this together. So if you haven't seen those videos, go check them out. Link them down in the description to sort of help you out. And then if you have to, come back and then tell me what you think. Because, again, it's really starting to piece itself together. But, again, like this video. It helps me out a lot. It lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, again, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button right now. Join this wonderful community. Be a part of these discussions. Stay up to date on all things Scream, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.